Hi, Jennifer Gularson and Dr. Neil Spiegel here from the Osteopathic Center for Healing, and today we wanted to talk to you a little bit about COVID and what can happen after you get over the illness.
So there's a condition that has been described, has been talked about even by Dr. Fauci. It's called long hauler syndrome, and that's when you've kind of gotten over the acute episode of COVID, and now it's weeks or even a month later, and you're still kind of complaining of fatigue, and maybe your brain's not working as fast, you're having some sleep problems. And we think the underlying reason here is persistent inflammation. And it could affect the brain and cause what we call neural inflammation. This can be seen in as many as 20% of people with severe COVID. And long hauler syndrome is about 20% of those people.
So that can be a big number of people, and sometimes you can have a mild symptoms and get over it and return back to baseline, but we're talking about patients that may have had a little bit more severe symptoms with the original illness and just have not returned back to baseline. So along with the neuro and the neuroinflammation, you may have some lung problems. And if you experienced a lot of lung problems during the initial illness, sometimes that might be a trigger for things to not go back to normal or get back to baseline. So you may have trouble with wheezing, your asthma may flare up, and you might not be able to walk as far as you had before and require much more recovery time afterwards.
So some of the reason that we want to treat that is because we don't want the inflammation to persist. And there are both natural ways that we can manage that inflammation with using traditional kind of quote-unquote functional medicine strategies, and then of course there are traditional medicines. And now there are kind of on the horizon clinical trials going on with more regenerative medicine type strategies, which kind of makes it exciting as these patients have been getting significant positive results from these strategies.
So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, we would love to work with you. As functional medicine practitioners, we really rely on lifestyle modifications, including your diet, how your sleep hygiene, exercise, and a lot to do with supplements. So we're happy to help you through this time, and you can either make an appointment with Dr. Spiegel or myself by calling 301-231-5050.